this pastor asked me to preach, 2 services, and I was all jacked up, and I worked on that sermon so hard. Every nuance, hours and hours and hours, tens of hours on this thing. Every story, every theological point, I was gonna nail that thing. Now I got up these 2 services, and I was just on fire, man. It was just people. It was fantastic. And then he says, Monday morning, I want to see you in my office. And I walk in his office, and I'm like, this guy is going to be so impressed. I'm getting a raise. I was like the junior high intern at the time. It was like Youth Sunday. Remember, you know those Youth Sundays where the youth do everything? And the drums are like, boom. And then, got the youth intern to preach. And so I sit down, and he just said something to me that's haunted me forever. He said, you are so naturally talented. You could do this for the next 30 years of your life and never ask God to be involved. And that's the scariest thing about you. That is scary. So from that moment on, I decided I would preach and lead out of weakness. And instead of burying my Tourette's and my obsessive compulsive disorder and all the weird things about me and my past and my story, I would lead from it and try to give people permission to be broken from it so that God would be glorified and I wouldn't, and not hide it. Charles Spurgeon said these words. Some of you need to hear this. Listen, God doesn't need your strength. He has all of that in himself. He needs your weakness. He has none of that. That's Spurgeon. That's the Prince of Preachers. You can't get better than that. He has no weakness. That's what he needs from you. He doesn't need your intelligence. He's smarter than you on his worst day. He doesn't need your strength. He needs you to be weak, to come to the end of yourself. That's what that verse is. Finally be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might, not your strength. Okay, verse 12.